Hello and welcome everybody to Crypto Rosetta. My name is Savage and today we're going to be having a look at Cardano. Before we jump into the price action, I just want to say thank you for watching. If you're enjoying the content, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and why not leave us some feedback down below in the comments section. Okay, so let's get into it. So last time we looked at Cardano, we were talking about a few things. We were talking about this low point here potentially being the fourth wave low, and then looking for this progression to the upside. So for the most part, this is still possible, and basically within this structure here, it is possible that we could complete into this high point. So I'm going to show you this count now, and effectively what we could look at within this structure is we could look at this being a 1, 2, 3, 4 for a flat, zigzag, flat, and then a potential fifth wave into this high point here. So this is possible that this teal move completes here, and then we would have an additional 1, 2, 3 into this high point, zigzag down here for a fourth, and then effectively potentially a fifth wave up here. So the problem that I have within some of these structures is there is a little bit of overlap. So it is throwing the count slightly, but for the most part, it does look possible that this is completed into this high point here. So if we were talking about a completion into this high point, effectively what we'd be looking for is the potential we could start to break down. And because of the overlap within this move, if we were talking about that possibility, effectively we'd have to look at this as a diagonal potentially into here, as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the downside. So this could actually be a potential A wave or wave 1. So this means that we could see this potential to drop down for another leg here. So how we do this is important, because if we just have this shape play out like this as an A, a B, and a C, then potentially we could actually just be setting up for another fifth wave. And it means that the count is slightly out within the way that I have it shown. So that 1-to-1 off the current high point, let me just actually get it up on there, would be this 36.47. So if we drop back down here, potentially we could still actually be looking for a corrective structure, and we have basically this as an ABC to the downside, and then we could still look to push up one more time. So we just need to sort of see how we react around this zone, because it is possible that what we can do is we can push these over slightly, and rather than looking at this as a completed move into here, we can argue that potentially we have a contracting diagonal for this fifth wave, and what there would be is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 into this high point, which would mean that effectively we shift this third wave over here, this fourth wave comes into this position, and then we look to push up. So we just need to see how we react off of this. The problem with the diagonal is it can be an A wave, and it can also be a wave 1. So what I would be looking for sort of at a maximum would be maintaining this 3560 area. If we maintain that 3560 area, effectively we could look for that additional 5 wave move up. So we could see something like this play out to the upside one more time. So the reason I'm looking at this potential is basically because of the fact that we've got so much overlap up here. It is possible that we've lost a count within this, and like I said, we move one over, this becomes a diagonal into this high point, we have this ABC down for this yellow fourth, and then we look to push back up one more time. So if we do actually look to push back up one more time, and we come and we settle in the range of this previous fourth wave, effectively we could be looking to push back up here to this 40 cent range, to this 39.32 area. I don't see potential for extension here anywhere else. It is always possible, but I mean, for us to look to extend from this position here, not that I think that this is likely, but basically I'm just going to get a figure here. We'd have to move up past this 4330, and that would then potentially mean we have some further extension in here where this is a 1, 2, and then we're actually looking to push up. So this is my primary count and what I'm sort of looking for within this structure. And basically, if we move past this wave 1 high, which is here at this 3409, that would invalidate this potential for having this additional fifth wave to the upside here. And confirmation that we're not going to have any other extension within these waves comes by crossing this 3237 area down here. So if we do cross that, then effectively what I'd be looking for is a deeper retracement within this move. And we would be looking for, I'm going to just measure this off quickly, get on that low point, let's get up to this high point. If we're saying we've finished, so I moved down towards this 50%, all the way sort of down to the 786 area would be an interesting retracement zone. And basically that would then put us in a little bit of a zone here where we could look for that further extension to the upside. So what that would be looking for effectively is, if this was a completed 5-wave move, either we could have this whole move as an A, we come back down for that B, and then we push up again for a C, or alternatively we could actually be starting a bigger trend move where we start to get this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the upside. So we just got to give it a bit of time and see how this plays out. But effectively what will be important is how we react from this wave here. If we do actually start to break down here, it is possible we could look to take this 32, 37 and then actually look to break down into this support zone box that we have here at this 3043 to this 2652. So one of the other things that I was talking about within the previous video, and I haven't dismissed it, but it's not my preferred count basically. Within that would be something like this playing out, because we were talking about the potential of having an expanding diagonal here still for a fifth wave that's not completed. And if that was the case, what we could potentially do here is adjust this count slightly as to having a fifth wave extension within this move, where that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 is a triangle within this move, and a fifth wave up. If that is the case, then what we could actually have here is something like this playing out, where we have this as an A wave, this is a B wave, and then potentially we form a diagonal shape here for a C wave. And that could just be a zigzag formation. So we need to just be careful. The only thing I don't like about this is I don't really like counting this this last move as a zigzag so far anyway. It is possible, but it's the way you would have to count it as a zigzag would be basically from here into this low here, and then looking at this whole move here as a diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into this high. And that would be completed. So if you were looking for this potential, what we'd effectively have is we would potentially be able to adjust these trend lines, but you'd look at this here as a wave 1, 2, 3, come back down for a 4 and a 5. So making a wedge pattern. So I mean, technically it doesn't have to come all the way down to this trend line, because you only draw your trend between your 2 and your 4. So it could be something more like this. So if we get that ABC to the downside, it is actually possible what we could have is something like this playing out, where we form this C wave, then we form another zigzag to the upside in a fifth wave, and then we actually look to break down. So if that is the case, that could actually be looking to take out these low points. If we do see something like this play out, it could be an early warning that we have the potential of either basically breaking down and taking this low, or alternatively we could have extension where this becomes a wave 1, 2, then this becomes a wave 1, and then we'd look for that wave 2 retracement. And if we're looking for the bullish potential, basically we wouldn't want to drop back below this 30.75, and effectively within this structure what we would want is, obviously it's not completed yet, so I don't have an exact point, but if we say we came back up and tested this channel line or this trend line again, we'd want to see that retracement come down between this 50% all the way sort of anywhere between the 50% and the 786. That could then give us the potential to actually look at this as a 1, 2 on a bigger scale here, or like I said, the problem with this is if we look at it as a diagonal, it can also be the end of a move. So we'd have to be careful that it isn't, like I said, of A, B, and then a C as a diagonal, and then actually look to break down from there. Because if I zoom out here, let me come onto the 4-hourly actually. I have this this box basically marked out here, and what that is that is a retracement box of this move from this high point all the way down to this low point. So if we do actually move back up into this get rejection, it's possible, like I was saying, that we could see this still as a 1, 2, 3. This becomes a 4th as an expanding diagonal, where we have this expanding trend line here. And basically we could just look to drop back down again and take this low. So it is still on the cards. I'm not really liking the structure that much, to be honest with you. I'm thinking it's more likely we've completed a move into this low point, and this is a standalone move, and we're going to get something like this as an A, B, and a C. That would be neater to me. But basically, until we actually take this high point over here, actually be this one, of this 4400, then we still need to be aware we can look to extend down. So even if this even if it's not as a diagonal, we can argue that potentially this could still be a B wave retracement of this move here, even if it's going to be an ABC and we end as a diagonal. So there's a few options here. We need to just be careful that this structure here, I don't trust it very much on its own. We need to see what happens afterwards. If we do complete to the upside in the 5-wave option we went over, and then we look to retrace into this box zone here of this 30.43 to this 26.52 area, then we could look for that continuation to the upside. Alternatively, if we manage to hold this low of this 30 cent 75 and we retrace back down here to that 50% to that 786 zone, then we could potentially argue we have some potential to become a 1-2 and then look to progress in a bigger structure here. Though I would really expect a deeper retracement than this for a wave 2, so I'm not really holding my breath on that one yet. It is possible that we see a deeper breakdown here after this if it completes a 5-wave move pattern, and then we actually look for this retracement and then move up. But yeah, it just needs a bit more time. Okay, so I'm going to leave the video there. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, turn on those bell notifications, and why not leave us some feedback down below as well. We're always happy to hear from you. In the description, you'll find a link to the Discord. Why not check it out? Come join. It's free to enter it. Once you're in the general chat area, just mention member of staff. We'll be happy to help you out with anything you may need. Also in the description below, you'll find affiliate links to BYBIT and PrimeXBT, great exchanges. We use PrimeXBT for trading stocks, commodities, and that sort of stuff. And then we use the BYBIT for you trading crypto. So yeah, I like BYBIT. It really is a great exchange. It's got good features within it to help you with your risk management and such. So why not check it out if you don't have an account. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I hope everyone has a great day, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care out there, everybody.